Trump says he's more of a believer in God after assassination. In a high-profile interview with X's owner Elon Musk on Tuesday, former U.S. President and Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump detailed his assassination attempt and how it deepened his faith. "You know I believe. I guess I believe more now. Many excellent people have told me that." Trump marveled at his excellent turn. He called the attack a miracle and said, "For those who don't believe in God, I think we all need to start thinking about that." Hard hit. Trump called the shooting a hard hit when Musk inquired about it in the interview. "It hit hard. Although it seemed unreal, it was not." Trump said he realized it was a gunshot immediately. He stressed the gravity of the issue by saying, "If I had not turned my head, I would not be talking to you right now, as much as I like you." Investing.com Wall Street will rise Tuesday as investors await the latest producer prices to predict Fed action. Focus will also be on Donald Trump's return to social media platform X and institutional investors returning to U.S. stocks. 1. July PPI first. On Tuesday, July U.S. producer price data will likely influence markets before the Consumer Price Index on Wednesday. The Producer Price Index, which tracks producer prices rather than consumer prices, is predicted to gain 0.2% in July, down from 2.6% the month before. In June, the core figure rose 0.4%, although the core figure, which excludes volatile food and energy components, rose 0.2% monthly and 2.7% annually, down from 3%. The CME FedWatch tool shows traders are evenly split on whether the Federal Reserve will lower rates by 50 or 25 basis points in September. Investors will analyze the dataset to decide. The Fed left the policy rate at 5.25% to 5.50% for more than a year at the end of July, but hinted a rate cut in September if inflation fell. 2. PPI, Home Depot boost futures. U.S. stock futures gained Tuesday ahead of the first of two key inflation announcements that could influence the Federal Reserve's interest rate drop decision. S&P 500 futures increased 20 points, or 0.4%. While Nasdaq 100 futures rose 104 points, or 0.6%, by 4:20 Eastern Time, 8:20 Greenwich Mean Time. Monday's Wall Street indices were turbulent as investors awaited inflation data. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dipped 140 points, or 0.4%, while the S&P 500 was unchanged and the Nasdaq Composite rose 0.2%. The July Producer Price Index is projected to rise slightly, see above, making it a good starter for Wednesday's Consumer Price Index. Tuesday's highlight was Home Depot, NYSE, HD.'s pre-bell earnings. 3. Trump rejoins X social media. On Monday, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump met with Elon Musk, the owner of social media platform X, in an effort to reinvigorate his campaign after a rough few weeks. The 3 weeks since President Joe Biden dropped out and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic contender, have rocked Trump and his presidential campaign, with polls currently favoring Harris.